Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Thing in the series of programming language. In C programming language, we have already discussed some basic about C programming language, feature of C programming language, structure of C language in the previous video. Before writing a program, we should aware about more concept, and this concept we will use while you write a program, like constant, variable, keyword, data type. Without this, you cannot write a program. So, first of all, we will discuss this concept, then we will come to program. Writing a program, right? Now, in this video, I am going to talk about constant, variable, keywords in C programming language. The alphabets, number and special symbols, when properly combined, make constant, variable and keyword. In the first part, I will discuss constant. A constant is an entity that does not change during the execution. That is, constant are having fixed value. The value of the constant are not going to be changed throughout the program. You can say during the execution of the program, the value are to be fixed. For example, we define constant this way, has defined pi 3.14. The value of pi does not change in the execution time. In C programming language, you can see there are two types of constant, primary constant and secondary constant. What are primary constant? Integer constant, real constant and character constant are the primary constant, and array, pointer, structure, union, enum, x and many more are the secondary constant. At first you see integer constant. These are the example of integer constant. How to making an integer constant? First, an integer constant must have at least one digit. Every integer constant having must one digit. To this is 582, having at least one digit. Secondly, it must not have a decimal point. Every integer constant do not containing any decimal point. It can be either positive or negative. It can be positive, it is negative. If no sign proceed an integer constant, it is assumed to be positive. 2 has no sign, so it is positive. 582 is also a positive, and this is negative. No commas or blank space are allowed with an integer constant. This is integer constant, so in this example there is no comma in between 2 and there is no space in between 582. This is also constant. This is not integer constant because in between 8 and 2 having a space and 2 and 3 having a character, so it is not a integer constant. This is the rule for constructing an integer constant. Real constant. Real constant are often called floating point constant. The real constant could be written in two forms, fractional form and exponential form. These are fractional form and these are exponential form. Following rule must be observed while constructing a real constant expressed in fractional form. A real constant must have at least one digit. At least one digit. It must have a decimal point. Must have a decimal point. It could be either positive or negative. It could be positive or it could be negative. Default sign is positive. Default sign is positive. No commas, no blank, no characters are allowed within the real constant. In between, there is no commas, no blanks, no characters are allowed within a real constant. The exponential form of representation of real constant is usually used if the value of the constant is either too small or too large. In exponential form of representation, the real constant is represented in two parts. The parts appearing before E is called mantissa, whereas the part following E is called exponent. Following rule must be observed while constructing real constant expressed in exponential form. The mantissa part and the exponential part should be separated by a letter E. The mantissa part may have a positive or negative sign. It is positive sign and it is negative sign. Default sign of mantissa part is positive. It is positive. The exponent must have at least one digit which must have a positive or negative integer. It has must one digit, that is integer. It may be negative or positive. Range of a real constant expressed in exponential form is minus 3.4 e to the power 38 to 3.4 e to the power 38, and this exponential form is belongs to this range. Character constant. A character constant is a single alphabet, a single digit, or a single special symbol enclosed within a single inverted comma. Both the inverted commas should be pointed to the left. For example, A is valid constant as the single inverted comma is pointed to the left, whereas A is not. There is one is left and another is right. So this is not a character constant. The maximum length of a character constant can be one character. This is the example of a character constant. Keywords. Keywords are generally called as predefined or reserved words in programming language. Reserved words mean fixed word and predefined mean, suppose printf function is used to print the output. Printf function is already predefined in the header file has included stereo.h. Similarly, keywords is also predefined function. Keyword in C language perform a specific function in a program. Suppose int is a keyword and it is actually act as a function to store some integer constant. Keyword cannot be used as a variable name. Suppose int is a keyword and this is a variable name, so it is not possible. So int is a keyword and int is a keyword and sum is a variable name, so it is possible. Keywords have fixed meaning and that meaning cannot be changed, so keyword is unique. They are the building block of C program and this building block make an instruction and instruction make a proper program. There are only 32 keywords available in C programming language. These are the keywords available in C programming language. Using this keyword, we making an instruction. Thank you everyone. If you have any problem, write a comment in comment section.